All right, guys, check this out. This line right here was my goal during all the craziness. Look at this. Woo! All the way to the top, boys. One more time. One more time. Woo! Even more. Like, and I'm not coughing. Oh my God. Thank God. Thank you. What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog. Guys, today I'm going to do something that is probably long overdue. I say long overdue. It is 2021 did just start. But today I'm going to go over my 2021 race e-buggy. So you're probably asking why'd I choose e-buggy? Probably one of the questions that I get the most ever is, hey, I want to get into racing. What do you think I should, what kind of car do you think I should get? And my go-to answer is always, you should get a car that people race in your area. Well, in my area, it's all about e-buggy, guys. Everyone runs e-buggy in my area. Like, that is one class that's not going anywhere. And a lot of people jump into e-buggy. So I'm gonna show you guys my e-buggy because I've gotten a lot of people into e-buggy already. Like, a lot of my friends and a lot of my subscribers and watchers, they're jumping into racing and they're getting e-buggies, and they have a lot of questions. They want to see what I have on my e-buggy. Just so you know, I have description or links in the description on all the stuff that I run, but I'm going to organize it where you can see exactly what's on my e-buggy. And I'm also going to show you guys some of the hop-ups that have my e-buggy and talk about talk about my setup. So hopefully this video will answer all your questions on what you should get in an e-buggy. And you can, God, it's cold. I think I see snow coming down. This is nuts. All right, guys, I get it. My freaking garage is a mess. Oh my God. See, I told you guys about these freaking fifth scales. There's nowhere to put them. You just got to throw them on the ground and hope that they work. We're gonna get the old e-buggy. Yeah, there she is. All right, guys, my buggy is not clean. I'm showing you guys because my buggy is battle ready. It's battle tested. It just got back from battle at Southern Indoor Championships. I will put a link to this buggy bag also because I think this buggy bag is pretty freaking sick. But here she is. Come on, come on. Boom. So here it is, the Tekno EB48 2.0. All right, so here is my e-buggy. It is super dirty, super dirty. Again, I pulled it off of a stick. I haven't even blown it off yet, but I want to show you guys. So first thing you'll probably notice, at least for me that I noticed, is my ESC is a little crooked. That bothers the crap out of me. So the way I mount my ESC is I typically run Velcro between my ESC and the chassis, and then I use a zip tie to hold it down. That is not the case in this. I have a really thick piece of double-sided tape, and then I just have this zip tie here holding it to the actual plate that mounts the ESC. You're probably asking, if you have an EB48 2.0, probably asking how I got that in there. I actually just drilled holes in that mounting plate. All right, so I'll start with my electronics. I run the 170 SBL ProTech servo. This is a higher dollar servo. It's an expensive servo. I run for ProTech, and part of the reason why I really like ProTech is anytime there's a conversation or argument on great servos, ProTech is usually 9 times out of 10, if not 100%, in that conversation. I love these. I haven't had any problems with these. The older 150 TBLs, I used to have jitters, and I think I've actually done a video where basically you have to replace the servo gears to get the jitters out. They never went out though. They always finish races, and I haven't had any problems with this. I'm gonna knock on wood. I haven't had any problems with servo, but the 170 SBL, that's probably the most high-end piece on my car, which is my servo. Moving back down to the speed control, I use the Hobby Wing SCT Pro. I think it's either XR8 SCT or SCT Pro. I think they changed the number at some point. But a lot of people wonder if it's enough to handle an e-buggy. I actually run this exact same ESC in my e-truggy. I love this ESC. Not only is it super smooth, durable, and has a lot of power, but they're very reasonably priced. I believe this ESC is probably maybe 139 bucks. Very reasonably priced. I haven't had any problems. I haven't really sent anything in for warranty. Usually when I bust them, they're cheap enough just to get another one. Your other alternative is like getting a Tekno or some of the other higher end electronic stuff out there. I don't see much of an advantage there. The other thing you can notice is I have an upgraded fan on my ESC. I do have one of those metal ball bearing fans. That isn't a hop up or upgrade that I have on my e-buggy. It just blows so much more air. And what you'll see with these ESCs is if you have the stock fan, you might break blades off and eventually that thing will go out and you won't even know your fan goes out until your car starts overheating. So this fan blows so much air. It's a ball bearing fan. I haven't broken any blades on it, and it's just like a little bit of insurance on my ESC. Moving down to my motor, I run a Tekno 2050 kV motor. This is a censored motor, meaning it doesn't have any cog. It has a sensor wire on it. But a lot of people, this is where I run a little bit different. A lot of people, a lot of the higher or the faster big name pros, they're going to be running a 1900 kV motor. I've always run 2050 even when I started. Really the only difference you're going to see is maybe your gearing is going to be a little bit different. You're probably going to want to gear a little bit lower with the 2050, but I've got plenty of power with mine. These are such great motors, and they have a really good lifetime replacement plan where you can call in, send in the old one, and then for a certain cost, which will be less than retail, you can get another one. But I love these motors, great motors. I know it's different. I run Tekno and Hobby Wing, but I run what I trust. So that is what it is. In regards to my remote, I am running a San Juan M12S, so I don't even remember. I think I'm running the 471 or 472 receiver. It's whatever came with the San Juan M12S whenever I bought it. But yeah, that's the remote I'm running. So in regards to hop-ups, really the only hop-up that I have on here, I guess I have a few. I have the fan, that's a hop-up. I have a metal servo horn. Metal servo horn. This is the Tekno metal servo horn because it fits perfect. And what you want is you want this arm here, the steering arm, to be perfectly straight. With that Tekno metal servo horn, it's just a must. I basically put it on all my Tekno cars as soon as I get them. There's a hop up, and then I have these guys. Ooh yeah. Actually, I only have one. I don't know if this is a trend or not. I'm doing it, but right rear on all my cars has a red wheel nut. See, here's one on my e-truggy. I guess I don't have a red wheel nut on my short course, but they don't make red wheel nut. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna find red wheel nut for my short course now. Anyways, moving on. I do have the RJX Hobbies battery strap. I just put this on at Southern Indoor Championship. I didn't break the stock one, to be fair. However, the only thing I do break on my Teknos are battery straps. These are Kevlar. They're pretty cool. And I just ran one, and they're about the same price as the regular Tekno ones, and they look pretty cool. So that's the only other hop-up I run. Oh, by the way, on the pinion, I think I'm running right now a 16 tooth pinion. Sometimes I go to 17 if the track is huge. I probably should have been running 17 at SICK. I didn't feel the need for one, but I don't really have any overheating problems or anything like that, so I run a 16 tooth pinion with my 2050 motor. If you ran a 19 motor, a 17 would probably be perfect. Again, you won't see much of a difference. You really can't go wrong with any of those two sizes. One last thing that I forgot to mention in regards to my electronics. This is the battery run. This is the ProTech 6500 120C. This is like the mother of all e-buggy batteries at the moment. This thing is a beast. And see this number right here, this 98.8 WH. This is the number that they care about when you travel with. That needs to be under 100. So basically, this is the biggest 4-cell battery you can travel with on a plane. It's just an awesome battery. I've never had a problem with punch. I haven't had any bad cells on any of these yet. I actually have three of these, and I have only needed to use like 1 or 2 of them because they're such great batteries. So This is the battery that I run on my eBuggy. I also run this in my e-truggy at times. I have a bigger battery that I run in my e-truggies most of the time whenever I'm just running. I do use bullet, 5mm bullet directly into the battery. So yeah, that's my battery situation. All right, now I'm gonna quickly go over my setup. Typically what you wanna do is you wanna start with a box stock setup and then just go from there. Now with that said, another option you have is to figure out a setup that someone else at your local track has on their eBuggy that's exactly like yours, and you can start with that. So for me, I started with box stock. I made some changes, and these are the changes I made. First off, sorry, I see I got them in my phone. First off, I'm running orange rear springs. I'm running orange rear springs and front red. Red did not come on the front. I had one of my team manager actually recommended I try red. It felt better. It was a little bit, it kind of not really killed the steering, but it slowed it down a little bit. It wasn't as aggressive. It felt much easier to drive. Also, I'm running 10-10-7 in my diffs, and whenever people say 10-10-7 or 7-7-5, what those numbers are: 10,000 in the front, 10,000 in the middle, and 7,000 in the rear. So what that basically, it's front, middle, rear whenever people tell you your diff fluid. So I'm running 10-10-7, and then I'm running 650 weight CST in the front, 650 CST in the front, and then 600 CST in the rear with the 5x1.5 plus 2.1 pistons. Now those are the stock pistons, so you don't have to worry about that, but those are the shock oils that I'm running. Other than that, the only other thing I change are these pills, the pills in your C plate, D plate. Even in my kick up and sweep, I'll change them in the front, but those are very track specific, and sometimes I even change those pills different on the same track depending if they're running it wet or dry, but I will just adjust those to my liking. So basically, I know how like anti-squat, I'm adjusting anti-squat based on my on power and off power steering, things like that, how fast I'm rotating, things like that. Also, the rear camber links are something that I adjust a lot. If I need more rear traction, you can lengthen these rear camber links and it'll give you more rear traction. But without going into too much in that detail, that is essentially my eBuggy. Oh, I'm using the lightweight wing, and whatever the stock, again, everything is stock besides the things that I said in regards to the oils, stock body. Yeah, that's pretty much my eBuggy in a nutshell. So that's it. That's my eBuggy. I hope that helps you guys. I know a lot of people have questions. They've been wanting to know what I've done. If I didn't mention it on my setup, I didn't change it. It's still box stock. So yeah, that's my eBuggy. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.